Hey guys, welcome to the Mr. Bill Poker Vlog. It's about 40 degrees out here in Texas, which is kind of unusual, so that's why I got a hoodie on. I don't have a whole lot of time, lights running out. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play nearly as much as I wanted to this week. I played my Wednesday Night Poker League and had only really one interesting hand, and I played on Friday at WinStar and I had some interesting hands. So we'll go over a few, but unfortunately I didn't get to play as much as I want. Over Thanksgiving, I'm going to play a bunch. So, speaking of Thanksgiving, I want you guys to do this exercise. Do it. It'll only take 2 minutes. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Write down on a piece of paper all the things you can think of that you are thankful for in 2 minutes. Look, I did it. There it is. Believe me, this 2 minutes goes very, very fast. Now, once you've got this listing, I want you guys to take 10 seconds on each item you wrote and just think about why you're thankful about that item or that person or that thing. So if you did that exercise, or if you're going to do that exercise later, I guarantee you it's going to make you feel a lot better. It's got to be better to be thinking about positive things than getting caught up in the awful negative garbage that we see sometimes on Facebook and Twitter, and certainly on the news that we see every day. I'm a software developer, and in the software world we have a saying, garbage in, garbage out. And it's no different with our minds. If you only put negative thoughts in your mind through negative stuff on Facebook and Twitter and the news, then the only thing that's going to come out of you is negative also. So put positive thoughts in there. Think about positive things. And you guys are going to be so much better off. I guarantee it. In fact, I would encourage you guys to try this. Go a day, a couple of days, a week, or whatever you can do without looking at the negative stuff on Facebook, Twitter, and on the news. In fact, just avoid them completely. Again, I guarantee you if you do that, you are going to feel better and be much, much more positive than you were the day before. Oh, and by the way, I made all that up, okay? I didn't get that out of a book or some psychologist. That's just Mr. Bill speaking, so take it for what it's worth, but I guarantee you it'll help. So, on a little bit lighter note, I want to tell you guys why I love Thanksgiving. What other holiday are you encouraged to eat a lot, probably eat too much, eat pie, watch football, play games with your family, and you're encouraged to nap? Oh my goodness, Thanksgiving is the greatest holiday ever invented. So just real quickly, a couple things that I was thankful for on my list. Of course, my wife and my kids. I'm very thankful for the opportunities I have, such as playing poker, doing a vlog. I do some real estate stuff. There's job opportunities. I just have opportunity in many, many places. And I am most thankful for Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, for His love, His grace, His mercy that He shows me every single day. So Friday night it played at WinStar in the 5-5 game, in for $1,000. Not the greatest of starts. I was under the gun with pocket kings with $975, a few hands into the game. I made it 35, and the +1 made the call. The +1 was a really good player. He was always putting pressure on people. Anyhow, flop, $80, 10 of clubs, 9 of spades, 3 of clubs. So I lead out for 40. He raises it to 90. I make the call. The turn with 260 in the pot, horrible, horrible card, I think. Ace of spades, I check. He bets 150. I fold my hand face up and say, what a horrible card. He says, no, it wasn't. And he shows me 10-9, so he had flopped 2 pair. So I'm under the gun with ace-9 of diamonds. I have $800. I make it 25, and I get 3 calls. The flop with 110 in the pot comes ace-king jack, rainbow. It checks around. The turn is an 8. I make it 65, and they all fold. So I kind of struggled this day with, I couldn't get anything going. I wasn't really down much, but I never got up either. So this hand helped me get up. I'm in the small blind with king of clubs, queen of hearts. I have $740. Middle position makes it 25. The button calls, and I make the call. So the flop with 85 in the pot comes queen of diamonds, 4 of diamonds, 2 of hearts. Check. Guy bets 75. The other player folds, and I make the call. So the turn now, with 235 in the pot, is a great card. The king of diamonds. making me top 2. I make it 125, and he thinks for a little while and makes the call. The river with 485 in the pot, not a good card. 10 of hearts. I decide to check. I'm going to call if he makes a bet, but he hems and haws and decides to check behind. Then there was a little bit of a fight because I wouldn't turn over my cards. I wanted him to turn over his cards first, and he didn't want to turn over his. The dealer eventually said that I had to turn over mine first, which I did, and he was mad, and he said, you had 2 pair, why wouldn't you turn over cards? And I said, because I want to see your cards, and if I get a chance to see him, I'm going to see him. So he got mad, and he threw him down, and he showed ace queen, so he had me dominated on the flop, and he was mad. Are you happy? Are you happy now? You sucked out? Yes, I pretty much was happy. So this next hand's a biggie. I have pocket 2s with $1,060, so I'm up only $60. It's a straddle to 10. Middle position makes it 20. The cutoff calls, I call, and the big blind calls. Then the straddler makes it 160. Middle position and a cutoff call. I'm gonna call now. I'm gonna see if I can hit a set, and the big blind folds. So the flop with 660 in the pot comes 228. Quads, baby. The straddler makes it 250. The next player folds. The cutoff then shoves. Of course, I shove, and the end of the gun shoves, and there's now there's 3,500 in the pot. The turn and river come king, jack, nothing to fear, and then I woke up, because that's not really what happened. The flop actually came 668. The end of the gun bet 225. The cutoff called. I ended up folding. Oh well. The river was an 8. The turn was an 8. The river was a 6. There's a full house on board. They had ace queen and 9-7. So they ended up chopping. Oh my goodness. Okay, the next interesting hand, I got pocket aces in the big blind. It folds all the way to the button, who's the guy that I had beat earlier when I had king queen and he had ace queen. He makes it 25. Small blind folds. I make it 85, and he makes the call. The flop comes queen, jack, 7, rainbow. I make it 75, and he makes the call. The turn, not a very good card, I don't think. It's a 9. It goes check, check. The river, another 7. I make it 135, and he pretty much snap calls. I show my pocket aces, and I win a nice pot. All right, on this next hand, I'm in the +1 with king of spades, queen of spades. I have $1,300. There's a limper in front of me. I make it 25, and then middle position, button, big blind, and under the gun, all call. So we go 5 ways to the flop. And the flop comes queen of hearts, 7 of clubs, 3 of hearts. It's check, check to me. I make it 80. Sized up a little bit here because there's a flush draw on board. Middle position, 1 calls, and the small blind calls. So the turn with 370 in the pot comes the queen of diamonds. Wow, what a good card. It's check to me. I make it 225. Again, there's still a flush draw on board, and they both quickly fold. I wonder if I bet too much on this street to get full value, but we were playing pretty deep, and I really didn't want them to get a chance at another card unless they were going to pay for it. So I actually did pretty well at WinStar on this Friday night. Again, I didn't start off very well. Probably only won hands in the last 2.5 hours out of a 4.5 hour session. Ended up winning $500. Not so bad for how it started. I did have one very interesting hand at Wednesday Night Poker League in the cash game against longtime nemesis Ed Garza. So I have $358. I'm under the gun. I have 3-4 of diamonds. Sometimes I like to play these a little bit stronger. It's suited and connected. So I raise it to 12. There was 3 callers, and then Ed on the button makes it 35. Both of the blinds folded, and then I called as well as 3 others. So there is 5 at the flop for 35. So there's 178 in the pot. The flop comes Queen, Jack, 3, 1 diamond. I check. Interesting, a middle position player then leads for 60. Fold. Ed makes the call. I don't know if I really have the numbers here. I guess I do. It's almost 6-1. And I figure I got backdoor diamonds. Nobody's got a 3 or a 4. I could already be beat by 2 pair, but I'm going to take a shot at it. So I went ahead and made the call. The turn, a 4. Yes, baby. I shove all in for 258. Pot is 358. The middle position player folds, and Ed tanks for a while and makes the call. He had less. He had 240. The river is a 7. Does nothing. I show my 2 pair. Ed shakes his head. He's not happy that I played 3-4 and mucks his cards for a big win for Mr. Bill. Somebody asked for more dog segments on my vlog, buddy. Can you do a little trick or something? Body. Go. Whoa. Speak, buddy, speak. Speak. Buddy, speak. Bye, buddy. Bye. Vicky thinks that she has very good ideas for my vlog, so let's hear an idea.
No, I can't take the pressure.
Let's give him an idea. Let's give him a 360 of my wife. There's her pretty hair. That's a 360, people. All right, it's getting cold out here, so I'm going to wrap this up. One thing, be thankful. Thanksgiving time, just be aware of all the things that you're so very much blessed with. Where you live, especially if you're in the United States, that you have a roof over your head, that you play cards and play poker. I mean, not everybody can do that, so be thankful. Anyhow, thank you guys for watching and subscribing and pressing buttons, and I will see you all next week. Happy Thanksgiving!